You might have the urge to text them right now. Or maybe they texted you and now you're questioning whether or not you should answer back. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but understand that every decision you make is a vote towards a person you want to be. You want to be more healed, right? You want to go back to yourself. Understand this. It's very difficult to heal in the same environment that hurt you. I'm not going to tell you what to do because at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. But I firmly believe it's not their reply or response is what you're looking for. It's the fact that you need it from yourself and you've convinced yourself that you need it from them. Let that sink in. That's what today's episode is about. It's about journaling. And that's where journaling comes in. Journaling isn't a form of like busy work or something to just distract you. It's actually a form of self-rescue. It's giving your heart a safe space, a safe place to land so that you don't run back to the very thing that initially hurt you. Remember that you don't have to change the world. Just don't leave it the same. So live fully, love deeply, and laugh hard. Our emotions are so complex. You ever had an emotion and you just struggle to name it? Especially in the beginning when I first started actually allowing myself to feel, I struggled to put a label on the emotions that I was experiencing. All I knew was I just don't feel like myself. That alone, that analysis alone is enough. I don't feel aligned. I feel like a piece of me is missing. Being able to just name it and try to get to the bottom of it. I feel sad. I feel depressed. I feel anxious. I feel angry. I feel confused because nothing makes sense. That is a great starting point. And the reason why journaling, whether it's video journaling or regular handwriting journaling or audio journaling, like using a dictaphone or like a voice recording device, is so crucial because of the fact that, like I said before, our emotions are so complex. And just like any math equation, long division, whatever it may be, you could do the basic stuff. 1 + 1 = 2. 9 × 9 = 81. 9 divided by 3 is 3. But if I were to ask you, what does 1,958 plus 1,960 equal? Some people might be able to do it in their head. Kudos to you, but the vast majority of us are going to have to write it down or use a device like the calculator on our phone or whatever it may be to be able to figure that out. That's where journaling comes in. It gives us the ability to take these complex, chaotic emotions that are floating around and just, cycling in our brain and our thought patterns and just causing us to spiral and these stories that we're telling ourselves. It gives us a place to put it, to analyze it, to look at it as not part of us, but this thing that's moving through us and giving us permission to feel that very thing, to maybe be able to implement those 3 C's that I identified: catch, challenge, and change. When you catch that thought, being able to put it on paper, it gives you the ability to now challenge it. Then ultimately changing it as you write it down. It gives you more of a visual, which gives you more clarity as to what fight you're fighting when it comes to that emotional sense, because emotions, like I said before, are so complex. And it's crucial to journal during no contact, finding something that works for you, because when emotions start to build up, your nervous system is screaming, your nervous system starts to scream that it needs a release. You have all these emotions starting to build up, all these emotions start to stack up, and your nervous system is screaming, telling you to release it. And oftentimes when you don't journal or you don't find a healthy way to place it, that's when your nervous system starts telling you, let's run back to them, because they allowed us to release it at some point, or the source of these emotions that are building up is from them. So why not go to them to manage it and handle it? So why not reach out for them? That's why it's crucial to journal or find some form of an outlet so that you can work through these emotions. Journaling provides that same release without causing damage in the process. And it puts the power completely in your hands. So writing slows down those racing thoughts. Writing slows down those spiraling moments. And in some cases, as you continue to write and continue to place these emotions down, you actually end up pulling the e-brake on those negative thought cycles, on those negative patterns. And what feels like chaos in your head becomes more clear when you put it on paper. Hence the long division, the long addition, and all those things. Putting it on paper makes it more manageable. Rather than, wait, can you say that number again? I don't remember the number you said. How am I supposed to add? And you write it down, you can catch it. Now you know what you're dealing with. It gives you more of a fighting chance. So what journaling ends up doing is it externalizes the feelings and the emotions. So what that means is you no longer are your emotion. You're simply observing it. You go from feeling like you're in the war to actually watching it on the screen. Two different experiences, right? And with that broader observation, by being the observer, it gives you more clarity as to how to manage and fix and heal that emotional experience that you're going through. So you don't have to write perfectly. Even if you write simply, I miss them, right? Or it hurts. Writing down I miss them or it hurts 50 times is therapeutic within itself, because you still are giving yourself permission to honor your feelings, permission to feel without breaking no contact, without breaking yourself in the process and hurting yourself. So I want to give you these practical exercises. Start with a no contact journal. It's a great idea. Or an emotional journal, or a me journal, or a self-love journal. You can name it whatever you want, but create a journal. Find a journal. Whether you type it on your phone, I strongly recommend writing down. It's more impactful. But if you just start off with writing down notes in your phone, that can be beneficial. And each time the urge comes up to reach back out to them, or a trip down memory lane, or you just start feeling sad, just write a simple little 2-minute entry. Take 2 minutes for yourself, because you deserve that at the very least, and write into it, or record, or whatever your form of placing those emotions down somewhere. Be intentional with it. And then also I want you to start asking, like, these journal style prompts is, what am I feeling? What triggered it? And what do I need right now instead of them? Which is similar to the previous techniques of that dopamine hit and that craving, that withdrawal. You're replacing with something healthier that only requires you. No longer requires them. You're removing them from the equation. And being able to look through as to, what am I feeling? What triggered it? And what do I need in place of that that doesn't involve them? All right, so Habakkuk, I think that's how you say it, Habakkuk 2, verse 2 says, "Then the Lord replied, write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets so that a herald may run with it." Basically, in this verse, God tells us to write down, right? Because writing down brings more clarity, and it slows down the chaos, and it makes the vision more plain. Even God encourages us to write down the revelations, the visions, what we're feeling, what we're experiencing, because it makes it more plain and it gives it more clarity. So journaling acts as this form of self-preservation, self-respect, and healing, because you're choosing you. You're spending time with yourself. If anything, you're delving more into yourself. When you have those urges to reach outward, you're reaching inward. Journaling gives you the ability to reframe your experience by first identifying it, giving more clarity, making it more plain, making it more digestible, and it gives you the ability to implement those 3 C's. Catching the thought, putting it on paper. Now challenging it. Wait, this is what I'm feeling, but is this my reality? They didn't choose me, now I feel like I'm not enough. You catch that thought. Then you challenge it with, or did they just not have the emotional capacity to meet me where I'm at? Into challenging it in terms of someone else's actions choosing me or lack thereof choosing me does not define my value. What defines my value is how I choose myself. Literally, that's an example of what the 3 C's look like. And you find what your narrative or your story is. But for many of us watching this right now, that might be a form or a version of that you find very relatable. So the journal prompt for today is, if I could say anything to them right now, what would it be? And what do I actually need to say to myself instead? That's the journal prompt for today. If I could say anything to them right now, what would it be? It's like a letter to them. And what do I need to say to myself instead? That self-comfort, that ability to comfort yourself. What do you need to do? Because every page that you write is one message you don't send. Every page that you write acts as a form. You could treat it like that, as a message that you don't send. That's not weakness. That's actually strength. You're exercising discipline, not falling victim to your emotions. Your emotions are going to say, reach out to them, text them, reply back, chase. You being able to allow your logic to grab the steering wheel, to implement and exercise discipline, puts the power in your hands. Journaling turns your pain into progress. Journaling gives you more clarity as to what fight you're fighting. So keep going. Don't give up. This is technically day 6, but no matter when you found this video, you were supposed to find this video at the moment you did. And if you think somebody would benefit by watching this video, send it to them. Be that good friend, good family member. Send it to them, to that person you feel as though would benefit from watching this video. And if you're looking for something that's gives you more discipline, more structure, a safe space that holds you more accountable with other like-minded people on a similar journey of healing, then join Pieces to Peace, that healing community. Link is in the description. You get the first 7 days for free, a free 7-day trial. And at the end of the day, regardless, tomorrow we're going to dive deeper into this. This is just your reminder that you're not alone. And thank you for watching, because you watching was a form of self-love, I've said before, and I want to remind you. You don't have to change the world. Just don't leave it the same. Love hard, feel deeply, laugh a lot, and leave people better than how you found them. And I strongly recommend starting with yourself. All right, until next time, peace from Dees.